Last question. I can't believe I have to ask this question, but it's coming through in the queue. The GOP, and again, to preface this, John, I am Canadian. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. Okay.
You're asking me a political question.
What is the future of the GOP? I've had 3 different people have asked that question. I guess they think you know.
Okay, full disclosure. I was on the executive committee for the Republican Party for 20 years here in Texas.
Well, that's why they're asking.
I've done a lot of big fundraisers. I've worked with big campaigns, small city council campaigns. I understand the process. With this last election, I no longer understand what is going on. I've talked with friends of mine around the country. We're clueless. There is something happening in the U.S. that is a cultural shift. And I don't think Trump was the culmination of that shift. I think he's the harbinger. He's the beginning. Mm-hmm. As we see more and more jobs begin to disappear in the face of automation, as we see more and more people's retirements being threatened, they're going to get frustrated. Bernie Sanders, if he had been in a Republican style nominating process, i.e., Hillary Clinton had 800 superdelegates that were in her bag when she started out. Okay, the Republicans, it's one man, one vote. Bernie Sanders may very well have won the nomination in that type of one man, one vote process. The Democrats don't understand what their future is. Both political party elites are clueless. They think they understand where the levers of power are, and the levers of power out in the votes, out in the precincts, are shifting. Let's look at what happened in France with Macron. If you'd gone back 2 years before their election, you said there's going to be somebody coming out of the center party that's going to run for president and not only win, but he's going to get people in every one of their districts to run for their parliament. And he's going to take a massive, overwhelming lead. People would have laughed at you. But he devastated both the political left and the political right, the parties that had been sharing power for 70 years. To think that can't happen in the U.S., you're not paying attention. The party elites think they still understand what's going on. They don't. The frustration in America is palpable. Right now, they want their political leaders to fix things, which means make their life better. And the problem is politicians can't even fix the problems we have, let alone the problems that we're going to have, let alone the problems that are frustrating these people. This massive opioid crisis, but it's also suicide and death from alcohol in 45 to 50-year-old whites who've basically given up hope. They've lost their jobs. They're trying to numb their pain. That's growing. That's a crisis, and it's the opioid deaths and the opioid use is a symptom, not a cause. And I think we need to recognize in the United States that this social upheaval could be very, very serious. Is likely to be the driver in politics and society for a while. And we're going to have to start thinking the unthinkable. We're going to have to start thinking about answering age-old questions in completely different ways. And it may offend, as I wrote in my letter, it may offend every Hayekian neuron in my brain, but we've got to start asking, how do we solve this emotional and sociological need when we're going to see jobs begin to disappear because of technology? Mm-hmm. We just can't tell these people, well, go down the road, too bad. this is going to be so significant and so across the board impactful that we're going to have to figure out how to address this need. I mean, maybe we do something like guaranteed full employment. I mean, for me to even say those words it offends me. Not guaranteed basic income. Giving somebody an income doesn't give them fulfillment. We have to figure out how to help people find fulfillment, to get meaning and purpose in life. And that's generally what comes from your job, from participating in society. So we'll figure that out.
Well, it's a lot easier for people to try to figure it out when these topics are on the front line. So we really appreciate this. I think that the bigger picture here is that you're constantly flashing a light on these longer term issues. And to your point, the only way that you're going to survive is through an education here. And again,
right.
Going all the way back to when you started, I guess, in 2001 with the front line, you're still on it. And I think everybody's pretty happy about that. So thank you.
And I intend to be doing it for a long time to come.
That's great.